Thanks so much for tuning back in. Let's talk about breaking the curse, right? Because you got to recognize the curse. Before you break it, you got to see it, okay? So today we want to expose the hidden patterns that's trying to keep you trapped, okay? Family cycles are not your destiny. It's not. And you don't have to repeat what they did. You don't, okay? You have the power to create a new legacy starting today. And you got to understand, y'all, the spirit behind curses. Curses aren't just bad luck. They often have spiritual roots, okay? And this is why I am going to start getting more into root cause therapy, okay? As a trauma recovery coach, I want to get to the root cause of a thing, okay? And so you have to uncover the invisible war over your life. This is invisible, y'all. You got to learn how to break agreements that you didn't know you made. And some curses stay because of unspoken agreements. Did y'all know that? So today we're going to cancel every hidden contract over your life. Okay? And then you got to speak life after breaking curses, y'all. Okay, you have to do that because you can't just break the curse, but you must rebuild your life with words of life and truth. So let's start speaking victory. That's why I'm on here and I'm talking about decrees, okay, for victory, prayers for protection, right? And then also invoking angelic intervention for divine help and assistance. So you can collaborate with your angels, right? Did you know that God's covenant cancels every curse? When you come under God's covenant, every curse loses its legal right. And so today, you have to step fully into your covering, okay? And then once you come into the covenant, y'all, you got to maintain your freedom. It's not just about breaking free. It's about staying free. Okay? You got to learn how to guard your freedom daily. Guard your freedom. And then you got to teach the next generation to stay free. You are the curse breaker for your bloodline. You got to rise beyond bloodlines. Okay? So I'm teaching y'all how to heal past life karma, how to help your children and their children walk in freedom. This is a healing and deliverance ministry, okay? God chose me to do this. This ain't something I wanted to do. I ran from the call, y'all. I ran so many years, okay? I have fought so many battles. And I have broke what other people in my bloodline could not break. Okay? This is something that I have to do. Okay? I can't be quiet. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. Remember in Esther, okay? In the book of Esther. And, you know, we always hear that scripture where, you know, it talks about such a time as this, okay? Such a time as this, y'all. So listen. It says, for if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place. It says, but you and your families, your father's family, specifically, is talking about your father's bloodline will perish. Do you understand that my bloodline, my ancestors, my spirit guides, God chose me to do this assignment, to come on here and then help y'all, but to also, listen, I can't remain silent no more, y'all. I've been silent for too long. Trauma tried to shut me down. And if I continue to be quiet, relief and deliverance is going to arise from another place. And then, do you know that me and my father's house, bloodline will perish? My bloodline is banking on me not being silent, okay? They should be thanking me right now. Do you hear me? all the times they said that I was the one that had a problem with her mouth, okay? So now I'm rising up and I'm speaking life, okay? And I'm breaking the curse. I'm the generational curse breaker for the next generation, for beyond bloodlines. Do y'all hear me? It says, and who knows but that you have come to your royal position. I don't take this position light. Y'all know all the hell I had to go through to step into this royal position, y'all. Do y'all understand? Listen, do y'all know all the hell, heartbreak, pain? I had to lose everything. Listen, not only me, y'all, but my kids too. To come to this royal position for such a time as this. Did y'all know that? So, it's real. This is real. This is a real assignment. Okay? And I don't take it lightly. I have went through, listen y'all, I done been through over 20 years of training for this position right here. Do y'all hear me? I went through years of training. Listen, training ground is for a lifetime. Listen to this. It says, and now, do not be distressed or angry with yourselves that you sold me into this place. Listen, I don't know who did. It says, because it was to save lives. Okay? Save lives that God sent me before you. You got some people distressed and angry with themselves because they sold you into this place. They wanted you to be a slave again. Yeah. Yep. But it was to save lives that God sent. Sent me before you. God sent me before you to preserve you as a remnant on the earth and to save your lives by great deliverance. Did y'all hear me? Did y'all hear me? Even though some people they distressed. And they angry with themselves because they sold me into this place. They tried to play me again. But it was to save lives that God sent me before you. Ain't that something, y'all? When I tell you God speaks, his word be speaking. It says, as for you, okay, what you intended against me for evil, God intended it for my good, in order to accomplish a day like this, to preserve the lives of many. Do y'all understand that? I was sold into this place, y'all. Listen, I'm not done. The story is just getting started, okay? The story just getting started. I'm going to tell y'all the story. Listen, God said, I declare it from the end from the beginning, and from ancient times, what is still to come. Okay? He said all the peoples of the earth are counted as nothing, and he does as he pleases with the army of heaven. He gonna do what he please with the army of heaven and the peoples of the earth. Do y'all hear me? There is no one who can restrain his hand or say to him, what have you done? This is the word. But only God says that I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. His plan was to prosper you, not to harm you, even though they tried to sell you into slavery. Yep. The Lord has made everything for his purpose. Do y'all hear me? Everything. Even the wicked, y'all, for the day of disaster. There is no wisdom, no understanding, and no counsel that can prevail against the highest. Okay? He's the God of our fathers. You know, he's the one who is in heaven. He's the one who is ruling, y'all, over the kingdoms of the nations. Power and might is in his hand, and no one can stand against him. He frustrates the plans of the nations. Do y'all hear me? And guess what? He thwarts the devices of the people. His counsel, y'all, is what's going to stand forever, and the purposes of his heart to all generations. Do y'all hear me? He's going to fulfill his purpose for me, for my life, for your life, because all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord, those that are called according to his purpose. Okay? How unsearchable are his judgments and untraceable his ways. It says, who has known the mind of the Lord, or who has been his counselor? Who has first given to God that God should repay him? It says, for it is God who works in you. Okay? It is God who works in me to will and to act on behalf of his good purpose. Because why? In him, this is why we were chosen, right? As God's own, having been predestined according to the plan of him who works out everything by the counsel of his will, y'all. Even God, he chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. And God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. And he chose, y'all, the lowly and despised things of the world, and the things that are not, to nullify the things that are, so that no one may boast in his presence. Okay? No one. And this is why God extends his mercy unto us. He will not suffer me to take my breath. Okay? Listen. This is good, y'all. I'm going to be back. I'm just getting started. I'm not even done yet. I'm not even done yet. I'm just getting started. I got so much to say. I'm like Job, full of matter. Full of matter. I need to vent. Do y'all hear me? Listen, I'm going to be back. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to my channel.